For a couple of weeks now, even Fox News hosts have been raising the alarm about the way that Donald Trump has been handling the economy. Not necessarily like criticizing specific things, but making clear that it is not going well for him in terms of the polling. He needs to do something to turn this around. And some of them are not, hiding the fact that there is inflation, that prices are going up, all of that. And Trump, for the most part, hadn't really weighed in. He's been pretty quick to criticize Fox News in the past, but I think he's just been really busy over the past couple of weeks because female reporters are near him and he cannot abide that. But he finally did get around to catching up on a little bit of Fox News and he was not happy with what he saw. So he posted on Truth Social, why would Fox and Friends Weekend, of all things, put on a stockbroker in quotation marks, which makes me wonder, is he a stockbroker? I assumed he was. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe he's cosplaying. But anyway, his name is Peter Schiff. He's a Trump-hating loser who has already proven to be wrong. Peter Schiff has been proven to be wrong on the economy, to be clear. Not Donald Trump. Not Donald Trump at all on tariffs or anything like that. Either the show made a mistake or is heading in a different direction. He thinks prices are going up when, in fact, they are coming substantially down. We'll return to that in just a sec. Gasoline hit $1.99 a gallon yesterday in certain states, and it's down big since Biden. We'll return to that too. Other prices are almost all down. Biden caused the affordability crisis, which he is causing a hoax along with everything else. Much of it, like the capital B border, is already fixed. Check out the booker who put this jerk on. Dude, regular people reading your tweet don't know who the booker of Fox and Friends Weekend is, and I don't want them to go find out. What is the best case scenario for that social media post? That the booker on that show gets death threats? What is the goal here, Donald Trump? Pay attention, you're trying to message here. So let's talk about some of the messaging that he actually did, because it's interesting. So all prices are down, which we know is untrue. So he has not turned away from the strategy of lying to people's faces about the experience they have every time they go to buy a product. He still thinks that's a great idea, great aides around him, and great messaging control from him. So interestingly, gasoline hit $1.99 a gallon yesterday, which is weird. Because hasn't he been bragging about less than $2 a gallon gas for months and months and months? Why did it just happen yesterday? Or did it go down in February and then it shot back up and now it's back down? Why does it continually drop below $2? Of course, the issue is that it hasn't dropped below $2 at all. He has been lying about that the entire time. He continues to lie about it. And I will prove how much more you should trust me on this issue than him by being honest about the fact that although he's lying, gas prices are actually down. I looked it up. I wasn't sure. I haven't looked up in a little bit. I used to on the Preport do a day-by-day analysis of it. I looked it up and it is actually down. And look at this. Even a guy with Trump derangement syndrome can admit that gas prices are down. Now, they are on average across America $2.89, and then rounding up basically $2.90. So almost $1 more than he said. Almost 50% more than he said. So it is a vicious lie, but credit to Donald Trump, they are actually down. 7 cents a gallon from a year ago, which is good. I want it to be down 7 cents, but did people rush to the polls to vote for Donald Trump because he said, read my lips, America, 1 year of economic chaos and you'll get 7 cent cheaper gas? No, he definitely didn't say that. And that's why he's not bragging about the progress he's actually made. He's inventing fictional, fantastical progress that doesn't exist in the real world. He is lying to people and it's on Truth Social. So he's not lying to you. You're not on Truth Social. He's kind of lying to me. Why am I on Truth Social? But he's definitely lying to his base on Truth Social. Again, a weird way to message. But anyway, what's with the Peter Schiff thing? Why is he focusing so much on that? Well, here's the segment that apparently got him so worked up.
Gas prices may be a little lower for now. I don't think they're going to stay this low much longer. But most other prices are higher. I mean, yes, they're not rising at 9% a year yet, but they're continuing to rise. And so if people could afford things before Trump was elected, those things are more expensive now. And I think that the inflation rate is going to accelerate, as Trump's term progresses, and the policies continue to impact prices.
If you look closely at some of the faces in that B-roll, it's a horrifying experience. But yeah, Peter Schiff is just saying, look, some of that is his speculation, okay? He's talking about what he thinks will happen. We can't say for sure that that is the case. But when he talks about the fact that prices are up, I'm sorry, Trump. I'm sorry, okay? Quiet down, pigskin. That's just the case. The prices are up. And look, if telling people that they're wrong and they're paying less than they think worked, it would have worked 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. It doesn't. And that's what Trump is saying. But we're gonna end with this. What does he actually think is happening? Well, you can tell, not in what he says in press conferences or on social media, but on what he doesn't say and what he doesn't allow other people to say. And so, in addition to jobs data for multiple months now, he doesn't want that to get out. And all these organizations need to look around and scrape and claw together some sort of indication of the jobs data. Trump is refusing to share pre-holiday inflation reports, the first time a month has been skipped in 12 years. And you tell me, is Donald Trump doing that because he's modest? Or is he doing that because he doesn't think it'll reflect well on him? And by the way, this is months of data we don't have right now. They skipped October's report. November's report isn't gonna come out until January 14th if they release it at all. So months of inflation data being hidden from you as Donald Trump tells you against all the evidence of your own eyes and your own spending that inflation is actually down. And if there's any lingering problems, it's all Sleepy Joe. Okay. Well, we'll see how that works out for him.
You know what TYT has always been about? Taking on the corrupt, greedy establishment. For us, it's the corporate media. We've been fighting that fight for over 20 years. For the cell phone industry, it's the same story. A handful of massive corporations ripping you off. That's why we're partnering with Noble Mobile. They're the only wireless company with the same mission as ours, to fight back. Their Noble plan offers unlimited data for just $50 a month. But here's the best part. For any data that you don't use, you get cash back. Real money you can spend however you want. Stop letting your unused data pad the pockets of billionaires. With Noble, you take control over your data. And by switching to Noble, you're directly supporting TYT in our mission of bringing you honest, independent news. So give Noble a try and make the switch today. Scan the QR code on the screen now or visit go.tyt.com/plan. That's go.tyt.com/plan.